What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I am just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Let's look at this interaction between a pedestrian on the subway of New York City and a homeless person. Now, I'm just going to observe. This is just me observing. The man is on the. I'm looking at this guy's attire. I'm seeing he's bending over in a bag. I'm seeing there's a bunch of garbage on the floor. Automatically, something tells me that something's not right. And I know something's not right. But if I didn't know something was not right, I already know something's not right. This is just me. A lot of people don't have this type of street smarts. A lot of people have street smarts and they completely ruin their street smarts by pretending that this shit doesn't exist. They try to do what's that bird that when it gets scared it puts its head in the sand? A lot of people do shit like that, especially women. But already I know something's wrong with the situation. Let's get into it.
Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. There. Right in front of your ass. There. Go ahead. You think it's a gift? Get back in that train up. Get back in the train up. I swear to God. Sorry, get back. Get back. Oh, you think it's a gift? Get back in that train up. Get back in the train up. I swear to God. Sorry,
I can't really understand exactly what he's saying, but I did get the gist of it. He says something about you do something or something and I'm gonna kill you in this train. That's what I heard. Let's continue.
get back. Get back. Oh, now you don't care about it. Now you don't care about it. Get back. Get back. Get back. Stop. What? That's why I tried to tell him. He put a weapon out. Get off. That's gonna happen.
What did he say?
Weapon out. Get off. He put a weapon out. Get off. That's gonna happen. Let it out. Cut that shit out, bro.
And you can hear the fucking idiot that's antagonizing him. That man could have turned your ass into Swiss cheese. You see how big that fucking knife is? Now, I need for the keyboard warriors in the back to understand something. I know people love getting on their fucking soapboxes and they love talking all types of shit about how they would distract an individual and then pull out shark repellent from the Batman gauntlet and they will disarm this individual and all this other bullshit. People don't live in fucking reality. 80% of individuals would not know how to respond to a situation like that because a situation like that is fucking traumatizing. They don't know how to respond to a situation like that. That's just the fucking truth. And yet, you got all of these individuals who've probably seen one or two traumatic events in their entire life trying to tell individuals whose spirit has been grinded down and broken in these cities and desensitized because for the person who's typing online on Twitter or on X or on Facebook, oh, how could this happen? Where are all the good people? Where are all the good men? It's nothing but pussies there. They've only experienced probably one or two traumatic events in their entire life. The people in these cities, and it's not just fucking New York. I know they like to sit there and they try to sit there and they try to clown on New York. Oh, New York is a hellhole. It's all New York. You gotta get out of there. They are experiencing traumatic events 3 times to 4 times, goddamn every month. Some of these people, things that should not be happening in public, they're witnessing, and they just gotta sit there and put it in the back of their mind. What do you think that does to somebody? And I know the keyboard warriors and these eternal heroic spirits that's online. Because don't get me wrong, I know there are good people that are about that life, that are willing to do that. I know there are people who, when the time comes, they step up and they do what's right. I don't look down on people who freeze up in them situations because they're not in a situation where it's normal for them. It's not normal. It is not normal to see a person get set on fire. It is not normal to see a person's guts come out of their body because he got slashed. In fact, in Union Square, I believe, another homeless person, a homeless person just got set on fire. And he said that the person that set him on fire, or the people that set him on fire, it was done on purpose. It's not just the fucking cities. I know people want to sit there and say it's the cities. It's not just the fucking cities. This is much bigger than just New York. This is much bigger than just California. This is much bigger than Philadelphia. This is happening in places such as Florida. This is happening across the pond in England. There's is a lot of fucking problems going on because it's multifaceted. But when you have mentally ill people just running unchecked in public, what do you think that they're going to do? What do you think that they're going to do? This is what they're going to do. They're going to try to bother people just going about their lives trying to get to work. They're going to see somebody look at them out of like just look at them, glance at them, and they're going to do shit like this. And I guarantee you this is exactly probably what happened. As you can see, he's on the 3 train. If you guys haven't even picked it up, again, this is my street smarts. I already picked it up. He's on the 3 train. I'm guessing it's probably early daytime, nighttime. Who knows? It could be in the middle of the day. It can happen to anybody. This is the shit that I'm talking about, right? This individual's doing this shit, right? They're doing this type of stuff because they're running unchecked. That's really what it is. And instead of them doing the right thing and making sure that these individuals, because you know this individual didn't pay to get on this train, instead of them doing the proper stuff, they rather put an LGBT heart on the side of the train. If you know what I'm talking about. Because as long as you feel good, that's all that matters. To these people, anyway. Let's look at some of the comments. I learned a few weeks ago that if you just mind your own business and avoid eye contact, guys like this will leave you alone and you'll be fine. Lawrence, respectfully, you're a fucking idiot. Too many women. Can't spell, I'm tired. Xperry, Experience, something like that. There's a lot of C's in that bitch. Mm, it's always somebody. It's always somebody saying something so stupid like that. The very moment he walked up towards me would have been the moment I sent his black ass to the underworld. Thank God for the South where we can still defend ourselves and stand our ground. If you start seeing actual like pseudo racist profile accounts, it's whatever. Oh hell no. Civilized I don't know, in countries have stand your ground laws, meaning if some fool points a knife at you and keeps advances, pull out your gun and fire and get a medal for it. And you're not getting a medal for that. But if you are in a state where you were able to protect yourself with arms, then you absolutely do something. Here in Mississippi, 2 center mass, problem solved. But this is not Mississippi. Let me add chances are you brandish your sidearm and most likely he drops a knife, everyone goes home. That's not true either. People who are tweaked out of their mind doesn't they don't care about a gun. Like that works on individuals that they're still playing with a full deck. That individuals who are playing with a full deck, yes, they'll see a gun and they'll start backing up. You have some mentally ill people who they act crazy as far as they know they can take it, and then you got people who are just fucking gone. People who are gone, they don't care. If that was the case, then people wouldn't be trying to act up the way that they act up towards cops. So again, bullshit. He's minding his own business because he doesn't want to go to jail. As soon as it turned around, this person recording would have kicked the shit out of the animal. I'm guessing that's the Batman vigilante logic. As soon as he turned around, this person, I'm guessing they talk about themselves, recording, would have kicked the shot at the animal. New York needs new concealed carry laws. That'll never happen because New York, listen, as close as New York got to as close as New York got to going red with I think it was Zetlin or whatever the hell it was. And don't get me wrong, it was extremely close. It was extremely close. Realistically, until change like a Giuliani comes back, it's only going to get more and more dangerous. Critical thinking skills and muscle memory should come into play if you live in this environment. Like 5 seconds, he's on the ground after I yell, look out behind you." Okay, so you scream, "Look out behind you." You're both in the train car by yourselves. You now, what happens if that doesn't play out? Again, people living in fantasy world, like people two likes, people living in fantasy. The best thing you can do in that situation, honestly, I don't even think people understand how to deal with an individual that has a knife confrontation, right? But I'm just gonna say, just when you get into a situation where this person has a knife, you try to make sure that wherever that knife hand is, you keep it close to their body so they can't swing it or use it against you. Or you keep the knife as close to your body and you lock it up as best as you can. You might get punched in the face a few times, but you make sure that that individual does not get the chance to use a knife against you. Unfortunately, you are in a situation where you are by yourself with some fucking deranged asshole, so you gotta hope that the train either somebody else comes in the train station or you're able to get the upper hand in the grapple and get out of the train. This is me giving you this is me giving you actual combat advice in this situation. If the person goes, you gotta make sure that you defend your vital areas when the person is swinging a knife. If he's not stabbing straight at you, if he's slashing at you, you make sure that you don't take any type of punctures from any vital areas. And when you get the chance, you lock the knife up so that he doesn't continue stabbing you. That is the best thing. And if you manage to disarm him by doing that, he drops a knife. Congratulations. However, it is still dangerous. Knives are very dangerous. All that extra shit. Oh, I'm gonna say, look out, it's Spider-Man, and then the fucking person turns around. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And you got to be extremely like, man. Listen, this can't happen in my state. Thank God. No subways, and we pack heat. There you go. Fair enough. I must be mistaken. I was told New York subways are incredibly safe. Every politician in New York should be mandated to ride the subway daily until they are safe again. They're not safe. I can tell you right now. In fact, on third Wednesday night, I was actually hanging out with somebody in New York, and I got off the F train, and oh, did I also mention that? Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna even get into that. Anyway, went to a McDonald's, and I remember ordering, something from McDonald's, and I just remember everyone's there waiting at the cashier, and you got homeless people that they stay inside of the McDonald's. It is what it is. It's nothing new. And you have this homeless lady in a wheelchair, and she's screaming, "Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me? I'm starving. Can somebody help me?" And listen to when I say this. In front of that woman was at least $40 worth of food. I'm talking three drinks and food. "Can somebody help me? Oh God, I'm dying. Can somebody help me?" Screaming at the top of her fucking lungs. And then they're playing the fucking Mariah Carey fucking Christmas song, right? They're playing that Mariah Carey Christmas song, and they're playing the Mariah Carey Christmas song, and the radio sounds fucking terrible. And granted, the radio sounds fucking terrible. She goes, "Oh God, I can't take it anymore. Shut it off. I can't take it anymore." And she just fucking screaming at the top of her lungs, and it's nothing but fucking. It's majority women back there, Spanish women, because they don't how do I put this? If you go to McDonald's, bro, so if you go to Subway or Dunkin' Donuts, it's nothing but fucking Indians. And if you go to McDonald's, either you got one shift that's all black or you got one shift that's all Spanish. They do not do the mixing. It's very rare for you to see slightly mixed shifts in those groups. So you got this fucking Spanish girl that comes out, and I guess she's the manager, and she goes up to the homeless person, and she says to the homeless person, "Oh, you gotta leave," doing that. And she goes, "I'm not going nowhere. You can't get me. You can't make me leave." And I'm like, yo, call the fucking cops. This is me literally saying this. Everyone else there is just watching the spectacle. You got some people pulling out their phones because we live in a recording era, right? And she's sitting there, and this is what she says. She literally says this. I'll fucking cut you. I have a knife. I'll fucking kill you. This is what she says to the manager. I said to the manager again, why are you entertaining this? Just call the fucking cops. Selective ass hearing, she ignores what I'm saying completely. And this is my choice. And this is so sometimes you sit there and you see those people sit there and say they vote, they get what they voted for. No, it's motherfuckers like that, right? The lady sits there, she goes, "Oh, I just want something to drink." And so she starts crying hysterically, right? And then she talks about how she's scared and if you kick her out, she's going to die and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, bro, it is 11:40. McDonald's closes at 12. And she's talking about she just wants some water to drink. I'm gonna let you in on something. If you're homeless, this is something I learned a long time ago. You don't drink cold water when you're homeless, when it's cold outside. This is something you don't do. On top of that, you got 20 minutes left before the fucking the restaurant closes. Where are you going? You claim to be scared. You clearly got somewhere you fucking go that you terrorize throughout the night. Maybe you break into some house or a bank or some bullshit. But again, what I'm saying here is the manager, the people at the fucking store, the employees. That's what it's that type of fucking thinking that I said before in one of my I responded to one of these fucking videos and I said, when you had this lady sit here and she was like, "Oh, you got to turn the other cheek. Everyone's calling for the death penalty to this guy, but God would have forgiven him for his sins. Wouldn't you want that for you?" And I said, "This is exactly that fucking tolerance bullshit." And then the homeless person wheels herself up to the manager and they hug it out. And I'm like, "Bitch, she just said that she was going to stab you." I apologize for cursing. I doubly apologize even more for saying the B word. But sometimes your brain breaks. If your brain doesn't break sometimes when you're dealing with just illogical nonsense, then there's something really wrong. I ain't broken yet, but my brain breaks sometimes when I have to explain this stuff, especially to people that don't get it online. Or especially the people who they wouldn't believe these type of things. Anyway, in a situation like this is terrifying. And you should pay attention because this is happening all over the country right now. And you can't escape it. It's going to come to you. And for the people that sit there and go, "Oh, well, you know what? You should just go to a red state." You have mentally ill people. You have illegal mentally ill people going to red states too. So stop the nonsense. Stop it. That surrendered ground, give them more inches, defeatist ass attitude is terrible. We need actual fucking solutions. We need actual change to happen. Not this, "Oh, let's keep running. You know what? If they want to make an autonomous zone, we should just give them Seattle." Real smart. Congratulations, you just gave the enemy land and they're going to continue to take land. We already see what's going on with China. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I don't want to talk too much on this. I just wanted to get something out to you guys. Tired of being lazy. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Oh yeah, one more thing. So when I was leaving the McDonald's, she was headed towards the exit of McDonald's. For somebody who's supposed to be scared to death of being out in the cold, she was about to leave McDonald's. I made sure to open the door when I was leaving, just enough for me to get out. Looked at her and I dipped. I don't give a fuck if you in a wheelchair. It is what it is.